Okay, hello, and welcome to this review of this. Well, it's kind of like a review. This taste challenge, probably more of a review than a challenge because it's not going to be very challenging, but we'll do it anyway. This is Lismore, introduced in 1974. They claim to use the same, and they write it like this quote unquote recipe for the last 50 years. Single malt Scotch whiskey. Introduced 1974, 40% alcohol, aged 6 years. So it is true, established 1974. It is aged 6 years. It doesn't say it on the bottle, but it says it on the website. And they actually, I was double checking with the company on email, and they said, yeah, it's 6 years. But there's older expressions. This is just the one I got. And I bought this at Trader Joe's. Somebody said it's a Trader Joe's private label. I said, no, it isn't. They just happen to sell it there. Now, you can buy this at other stores. In fact, I think I've seen it at other stores, but I have it. I'm not buying it again. This might be the only one they sell in the United States, the 6 year, the 12, the 18, the 21 year. I don't think you can get it right here. All right, here's the Benriach Curiositas. Peated malt. This is a peated Speyside, which is strange on it right there. Speyside single malt whiskeys almost never peated, but this one is. They say historically they used to, like, 100 some years ago, but then that tradition died away, and then it went to the breadiness that they have now. But here it is. The Benriach says non-chill filtered, natural color, and I forgot to put that on my notes. I'm going to add that to the notes right now. Natural color, non-chill filtered. And it's owned by Brown-Forman these days. They bought the distillery, Brown-Forman. It was owned by other people, but they bought it out. It was established in 1898, and then it went out of business 2 years later. But they brought it back. They did malting there. They malted the barley there, but they brought it back as a distillery, about 1985, something like that. Kevin Johnson said, let's go, Benriach. It's time to decimate your opponent. And that's about what's going to happen. Okay, foil cap cover. Real cork. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm moisturizing these corks. It's a plastic cap, but it's real cork. So they both use real cork. This thing will focus. All right, there you go. Price. This runs about 60. Well, it's discontinued, right? So if you can find it, you probably pay about $65, maybe more, maybe less. But I for $9.99, and I'm not lying. Does sound like it though, huh? Greatest liquor deal I ever got, and I've gotten a lot of liquor deals, y'all. Believe me. Don't you believe me? Okay, so put the cap cover back on. Benriach. The Benriach. Okay, Lismore. Light amber colored with fruity nose, followed by flavors of toffee and a long-lasting sweetness on the palate. This is produced for William Lundie. Matured in finest oak cask, copper pot still production. It's an independent bottler. They don't own a distillery. They own an office. or they rent an office, and that's what they do. They pay people to make their whiskey, okay? And other companies do that with beer, wine, and other liquors. Whatever you want to do, however you want to set it up, that's your business. Makes no difference to me. If it tastes good, then I like it. If it doesn't taste good, I don't like it. Should you store those bottles on their side or keep the real corks from drying out? I would not store them on their side. I store them straight up. But you can always hold it like that and get it wet, and it'll. I mean, I'm not going to keep them 50 years anyway, so they can dry rot. But I'm just going to be better safe than sorry. Have you gotten around to tasting Johnny Walker Black Label? That's a great product for the price. No, I haven't. But I plan on it. Okay, so one is very pale. You can see that the Benriach Curiositas is very pale, and you can see that the Lismore has a little golden color to it, amber even. So it might have color added, especially since it doesn't say natural color. Burley Solomon says you back to you. Okay. Here's the Lismore website. Then it's very small. It looks like it's formatted for a phone, for a smartphone. That's the 6 year. It says right there in the address bar, 6 year. There's the 15, the 18 year, and the 21 year. And there's actually a one that's even more fancy. That's the there's another one. It's the red label, but that's not listed over here. Or anyway, like I said, I did email them with that question, and they got back to me in less than, it's like in 3 hours. Might have been less than 3 hours. I got this one for the price of, I think it was $20 2 years ago. $18.99. $18.99. Oh, yeah, there's the legend. All right, enough of that. Those glasses are posh looking. Where did you get them from? Somebody gave these to me. They're Diamore glasses, which is a liqueur. They were given to me. But he said, don't tell people I gave them to you. So I won't say who gave them to me, but it was very nice. And they're sturdy. You know, I had Glencairn glasses, but they all broke. It was so thin and flimsy. But these are sturdy. Okay. Really nice tasting glasses to me. Now, other people would say, oh, no, it's got to be Glencairn. I don't think so. I can smell it fine. Oh, that is Sweet and Compost Pile. And this one is smoky, like you're smoking a turkey. So this is clearly the Benriach, because there ain't no way Lismore smells smoky. Has a little peatiness, like I say, a compost pile from that rotted, earthy matter, but it's not smoky in any way. Mr. R says, evening. How's the injury recovering? Also, cheers. I don't have my leg elevated right now. It's covering. I don't want to show you the wound, but it's covering. It's covering. It's recovering. All right, I guess. I think so. Thank you. The Whiskey Scout says Benriach 10, the Curiositas should be easy to pick. It was. So far, so easy. Now I'll just taste them for general principles. Going to any favorite shows tomorrow? Oh, fireworks shows tomorrow? Nah, I don't like fireworks shows. I mean, I enjoyed them a few times over the years when I was younger, but then I just got tired of looking at it. I mean, I could have one outside my window and I wouldn't watch it. Okay. But I don't take issue with other people watching. Okay, so that one tastes a little bitey on the edges. A little bread crusty. Dough. Is it a typical Speyside? Yeah. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just typical. It's just like same old thing. No problem. No problem. Good whiskey. Got it for $18.99. Can't complain. Been enjoying it. I'm not amazed by it. I don't know why anybody would be. They're saying toffee in the flavor. Something like that. Yeah, it's just like a standard example of a Speyside whiskey. Just like Jack Daniels is a standard example of a Tennessee whiskey, and like Evan Williams is a standard example of a Kentucky whiskey, but they're not going to amaze you. Can you explain Speyside term? This is the first time seeing this. Oh, it's a region of Scotland. And that's in that area close to the ocean, they just follow like a traditional style of doing it. And then in Islay, the island of Islay, they do another way of doing it, which is very smoky. And then you got the highlands and the lowlands. And if you read about it on the internet, they'll explain, like, or you can go to the library and get a book about whiskey, and they'll explain the like different characteristics of those regions. It's sort of like cooking, Creole cooking, Cajun cooking, Anglo-American Southern cooking, No, I mean. So Speyside is a region next to the Spey River, Speyside's on the side of the river. How much was the bottle of Lismore? $18.99. It's $18.99. 4th of July is a good time to kick back with an ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon. I agree. Tom says, clinking the mugs. Cheers, clinking the mugs. All right, now the Benriach. First thing you're going to notice is that iodine smokiness and that peatiness, like rotted vegetable matter. And you're going to notice the thin body and this like saltwater taffy. You know how they got that saltwater taffy from Atlantic City, New Jersey? But there's no salt in this. You got me. Might be from the air, but there's no actual salt. All right, so does this taste anything like that? Only with that compost pile taste. Now, I have not eaten a compost pile, but you get that. You might say, well, I don't know if I want to drink a whiskey that tastes like rotted vegetable, organic matter. I'm not too sure I want to drink that. Yeah, it sounds bad, right? Like when you think about it, it sounds like you would never want to drink it. But when you taste it, then you're going to like it. I think if you have an open mind about it. It's like Limburger cheese. When I describe Limburger cheese to people, they don't want to try it. I'll tell them, but if you try it, you're probably going to like it. It has unique characteristics. I gave some to a lady at work. She never reported back, so I know she hated it. They probably dumped it out. But people are very closed-minded. I'm not saying you should eat everything like blood sausage. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying this is not that exotic. Limburger cheese not that exotic. Okay. The peat moss flavor really grew on me personally. Now I seek it out. See, people, now you seek the peat. All right, back to this. Lismore. Any complaints about it? I mean, like I said, it's a little bitey around the edges of the taste, but of the sip. But I like it. I don't really have a problem with it. I really have no problem with it. But I recommend it. Yeah, I'd recommend it, especially for $18.99. You say, now you can't get no single malt for $18.99. Well, I did. I was there on the. There it is. I got the receipt. That's what I got it for. Okay. Crappertastic says exactly. Some flavors become an acquired taste. Right. That's why they call it an acquired taste. Like, you'd be like, oh man, and then eventually you like it. Now, see the thing about these smoky ones, like the Benriach Curiositas, no longer made, unfortunately. Call Brown Foreman and ask him. I don't know why they stopped making it. Maybe it didn't sell. I don't know. If you keep sipping on it, the smokiness dissipates. There's an initial rush of it, and you're like, whoa, whoa, and then it just is like all integrated into the flavor. It's part of the flavor, but then there's more than that. Like all the things I described, the saltwater taffy, and the iodine and all that. But it's all it works in concert together. All the flavors cooperate together. It's like Philharmonic. What ABV do you prefer when it comes to liquor? I'm a 90 to 100 proof kind of guy. I rather 80 proof, but this one is 92, and it's not bothering me. It doesn't come across as too strong. It's a winner, boy. Personal preference, it easily wins. I mean, it should win. It's $65. This is $18.99. So I mean, it is a better product, even if I don't bring in personal preference. To me, it's just a better product. It's totally smooth, totally smooth. A lot of people will drink whiskey and they'd be like, "That's rough. That's rough." Ain't no roughness about this. Roughness does not exist with this product. Not only is it a unique and interesting flavor and a delicious flavor, it is a super smooth experience. Super smooth experience. Smooth as silk. Unlike Kessler, which Kessler whiskey claims to be smooth as silk, not exactly true. This one really is, and it doesn't make that claim. Lismore, well, no, not exactly. Like I say, it bites back a little bit, but it's pretty nice though. Anyway, it's much better than you would imagine it would be for $18.99. So you say $18.99, but that's going to be a catastrophe. But it's not. It's really good. This one here is like, ooh, so great. Nick Constantino says, "Are you a rye fan?" Definitely. Definitely a rye whiskey fan, and I always look forward to rye, which is going to probably be till next year before I get back to it. But I know I never get tired of rye whiskey. I can't get tired of it. That Benriach really drinks above its price. Such a great company. I'd like to try more from them. The Whiskey Scout says compost pile. Yeah, like these Scotch whiskeys often have like a compost pile flavor, or taste like you would think it would taste. Because I know people that used to make those piles, and it was like, oh, that smell, it was so bad. But then it comes across in a good way. All right, so this is a winner across the board. I'm glad you love it too. A winner, and I got a new Jim Beam rye that's not supposed to exist. If you look at the website, it does not exist. But I got it. That will shock the world. Okay, shocked me. So is this a 100% winner? Are you crazy? It's so good. It's so good. I'll be depressed when this thing is gone, and I can't go buy more. You know, it's gone. Like it's gone. You know, it didn't last for $9.99 on the shelf. You know that was gone by the end of the week. I don't know how it lasted a day, but I don't think a lot of people saw it because they had it in an area where you'd have to kind of look for it. But I mean, I can go get more Ardbeg 10. I'm not going to get too depressed when Ardbeg 10 is gone because I'm just going to go buy another bottle, more than likely. But this one, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get depressed when it's gone, but I like it. Okay, last comments, and we out of here. Kevin Johnston says, I wonder if Talisker 10-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey is in your area. A great bargain. Oh, yes, I do believe so. I do believe it's around. I've seen it. The Whiskey Scout, Robert says, he knew the Benriach would win. Yeah, these challenges are a challenge in name only, let's be honest. I've got a lot more coming up that's going to get killed. Finlagan might compete. Now, I'll give it credit. Finlagan might compete. I don't think it will. I don't think Finlagan will compete, but it might. Ardbeg 10 will win. It will beat the Benriach. The Benriach. I think Ardbeg 10 is not going to lose. No way. But if that's going to be the real challenge, that's going to be the real challenge. So I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Ron, rye breed I love. Oh, rare breed. Oh, rye bread. Push plate, rye bread. I do like it too. I also enjoy rye whiskey. Jim Beam rye. Wow, you the shopper for the party. Good job. Happy 4th of July. Yippee. Yeah. Man, look, that Jim Beam rye, if I showed you all that bottle, you'd be like Fred Sanford. You know, I saw that bottle, I was like shocked. I was more shocked than when Admiral Kirk saw Khan. When Admiral Kirk saw Khan, he was not as shocked as I was when I saw that ride. How do you score the Lismore? It's a good question. Probably give about a 90, A minus, college scale. Benriach, 95, easy. I'm going to try that bottled in bond, not in bond, Jack Daniel's rye with the green label. I heard it's pretty good. Have you tried? I haven't tried it. I would try. I haven't tried. Wow, Ron, push play is also EDI. Oh, I don't know how these things. It's whatever YouTube is showing me. That's the name I'm going by. Okay. Honestly, I prefer rye to bourbon. I do too, a little bit. I do. I flew through a bottle of Knob Creek 10-year rye. Sheesh, that stuff is great. I definitely believe that. All right, well, let me get out of here. I got to go set up for the next thing coming at 20 minutes. Y'all take care. So the winner, obviously, the Benriach Curiositas 10-year. But who had a doubt about that? Nobody. All right, I'll check y'all out in a little while. Bye-bye. All right, easy does it. Yippee!